Yeah, I would like to start by, first of all, thanking you all for working so hard in the last 2 days. And I think Papa Sek yesterday morning spoke very well about what this is all about and the principles that we need to follow. And one thing I think that he stressed in particular is that we are all here to work for African farmers and rice consumers, not for us or for our institutions. We're here to work for Africa together and utilizing each other's strengths, and that includes the international institutions, but of course also the national systems and many other partners on this continent. So he used also the word, how do you say that in French? Hegemony. So we don't want anybody dominating this effort, because it has to be a team effort for Africa. And I think the last 2 days and the days that will still follow have been a very big step into that direction. So for me, and probably for many of you, it may have been the first time to actually see the whole range of activities under GRiSP in Africa. So it's been very interesting to sit in the sessions, at least those that I've been able to attend, but also interact with many people and now see the summary coming from the different groups. So I think we can all be very pleased with the progress that has been made so far this year. The year is not yet finished, obviously. And as Marco has already told you, there is a bit more homework to do, and actually the real work to do, also in the laboratories, in the fields, and wherever. I think we have also made a big step forward in terms of interacting with each other, meaning that we can draw a lot from new ideas that different people have who come from different organizations, knowledge that people can share, finding ways of doing things better. And also sometimes we can learn a lot from critically reviewing what we're doing. And I think this is one of the big potential strengths of the GRiSP program as a whole, recognizing that yes, we do need local solutions for our regions, for our countries, even for our own institutions. But we live in a global world. We live in a globalized world, and we can move often faster if we can pick up things that others may be able to provide to us. And if we're able to incorporate that knowledge into our own thinking, into our own work, and therefore moving both faster and also in a more efficient manner. So as long as we keep up that spirit, and that we're willing to learn, and that goes in all directions. That goes from Asia to Africa, from Africa to Asia, from Africa to Latin America, and so on. There is plenty of things we can teach each other. And it's been very interesting for me to also actually get a couple of ideas, or several ideas, that I can take home to IRRI, also put them into those improvements that we need to make there. So let's continue being critical to each other, but also do it in a constructive and friendly manner. And therefore, I think events like this are like gold. They're extremely valuable because they bring people together. They help us to communicate. I felt that coffee breaks, lunch breaks, and cocktails are probably as important as the scientific sessions for that purpose, because people are able to make a lot of new connections. And actually, probably quite a few ideas may have come through those types of interactions. I've also noticed that I think more and more people seem to become quite comfortable with the structure that we have provided in GRiSP in the form of themes and products and milestones, because it does enable us to have a bit more accountability and also visibility of what everybody is doing. So in many ways it provides a home for everyone, and I think in the sessions in particular it was very interesting to see that people have, I think, adapted well to presenting their work in that context. So maintain a high level of interdisciplinarity in what you're doing. So that is by far, I think, the biggest challenge. So we cannot end up working in disciplinary silos. We need to always look across the different products, across the different themes, and interact on that basis. We had from the beginning the plan to manage this program and the integration of our activities with the people that we had already, because we felt that people know already quite well what they're doing. They know what needs to be done in their particular region or work area, and if we put on top of that the appropriate mechanisms to bring things together, we won't need additional bureaucrats to manage this. And we can save that money and put it into our research, which is where it should be. So I'm going home tomorrow night with a very good feeling, a sense of accomplishment, and you should all have that sense of accomplishment too. It's been, I think, a very impressive first year. We will see whether we can conclude the same when we have our meeting in Asia in about a month. I believe so, but at the end, I think it's a global program, and success will be measured for the entire global program. So be proud and move on, go back to work. Work harder, work faster, and then you also won't have problems in finding enough exciting new topics and also the money for it. We'll certainly do our part, but it's been a pleasure to be here.